I'm with Jared Long from Button Bulk Fertilisers in Benalla, and we're just talking about the season that's coming up from single super going out on pastures this year. So Jared, what's the main issues that you face logistically, I suppose, from putting fertiliser out?
For us, we get very busy later in the season, sort of our February, March, April. At the moment we've got harvest trucks heading down towards Geelong. Perfect time for us to backload and make an early start on super.
So I suppose when the cropping guys start going with their requirements for lime and their starter fertilisers as well, it puts pressure on getting single super back as well.
Oh, it does, and the spreaders as well. It sends the spreaders in all which directions. You know, if you've got your pasture guys and your cropping guys going at the same time, you can't be everywhere at once. So yeah, if there's any way we can start a bit earlier, it's always a positive. So.
And this year we've seen really good growth from pasture. There's a lot of grass over the paddocks at the moment. And I suppose that's a good thing because we like to have some ground cover which avoids any of that surface wash off. What does that mean for you as a spreading business to get over the paddocks now and over the next few months with regard to the firmness, I suppose, of the soil?
For us, the biggest worry is your summer rains washing it away. Like you said, at the moment we're going to have plenty of ground cover, which is a good thing. In the summer the ground's firm, the spreaders can put their full loads on without damaging the ground or leaving any marks or dints or anything like that. Before the capeweed shoots, it's a lot safer for the spreaders to be spreading that undulating hilly sort of country early, I suppose.
So if you've got that capeweed germinating and green, you can actually get quite a bit of slippage, I suppose, on those paddocks.
And then you start marking and ripping up the topsoil and all the rest of it. As soon as the truck starts to slide, obviously you're leaving marks and dints and stuff. So.
Yeah, and freight movements back from the works, how does that tie in? You know, do you guys generally struggle a little bit with getting freight back up at super? Or
we will come that March, April time when all the lime starts for the cropping guys. So obviously they do massive amounts of lime and you can't be in both places at the same time. So.
And what about now with your trucks? Are they moving down to port?
Yeah, so at the moment we've got harvest in full swing around us and a lot of our grain's heading down to Melbourne and Geelong, which is perfect timing for us to try and get some early loads back and take that ease the pressure off the middle of our season sort of thing.
Because one of the things, with phosphorus we find from an agronomic point of view is when you put single super out or phosphorus out on top of the soil, it actually doesn't need any rain to move that phosphorus into the soil. Even light dews or the atmospheric moisture will move that phosphorus in within 4 days. So, there's no penalty, I suppose, for a farmer not to go early and avoid those delays. So when is your busiest time as far as, when do farmers generally want their single super spread? When's the peak time?
For us, we're March through to June.
Yeah.
We cover a very big area, so we do a lot of hilly country down around Yea, do a lot of flat land up where we are now, so we are spread out a long way, and March through to June is our busiest time.
Yeah. So I guess there's no risk in the phosphorus being moved straight into the soil within 3 or 4 days. We want to avoid putting phosphorus out within probably 3 or 4 days of a thunderstorm event, and just as long as we've got good ground cover to avoid that surface runoff of that soil moving off the paddock, then we've got pretty good control really of getting phosphorus out early in the season over summer to avoid some of those peaks that occur from March through to June, as you said.
And the late rain we got this year is we've got growth. You drive around now and you can see the hills look good, so it's not going to have those big bare patches like we've had in the past, which is hopefully going to help us getting that early start.
And if we do get the early break, it just means potentially that some people miss out on that application as well, because it's just you can't
do everything at the same time. We're limited by we can only have so many machines that we can afford to repay when we're quiet. So in March you could have 15 spreaders and we'd be laughing, but we can't afford to do it that way. So any sort of way we can make our season a bit longer, start a bit earlier, and if there's no risk of losing it or having it wash away or whatever, it's got to be a good thing. For everybody, for the trucks, for the spreaders, for the time slotting system down in Geelong, for every aspect of the job, it's got to be a good thing.
And the farmers got their fertiliser on their paddocks
ready to go as soon as that rain comes. Like you said, if it does come early, then you don't get caught out and miss out.
No, that's terrific. Thanks for your time, Jared.
No worries.